All right, welcome back to another episode of the Cameo podcast. I'm actually at the location that of the person that I'm meeting with, who's a family friend from my wife's side. It's Dina of Oxen Yoga and Fitness, and probably you're familiar seeing her face around. She has an article all about being yourself on Kameo.ca BC now, and then her Instagram account is everywhere. Lots of Facebook ads and. You know, you're good at the social media game. Your whole family is, because you're a bit of like a maverick team of social media.
Jay's better at it than I am, but yeah.
Yeah, Jay is her. When are you getting married? What is Jay at this point?
I don't know. He's my significant other.
Oh,
We've been together 13 years. I guess it's technically illegal and legit now. Yeah. We'll go with that. Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
And so it's been 6 months since you've taken over the yoga studio, because the studio got a little bit notorious when the previous owner up and left Kamloops, and you stepped up, found a business partner, and away you went.
And here we are. Yeah, they locked the doors May 22nd, I believe, and we reopened August 27th. A lot of renovations to do such. Had to put in new equipment and all that jazz. Beautiful new space, though. It's lovely. We love it. And we've been open 6 months, and it's been incredible.
It's the infrared side of your studio that is unique. Explain what that does and what that's for. So
we have 32 infrared panels in our ceiling. So the infrared claims to heal you from the inside out, which I believe that it does. I'm 50 years old. 40. I almost said 40. That's such a lie. I'm almost 51.
She looks 30, so it's all good.
We'll take it. Yeah. So it's 32 infrared panels. It does. When I'm in there, I've had 4 knee surgeries. I'm almost pain free. So for me, it's amazing what it can do for you. It does claim to get rid of cellulite, help with stress reduction, all that jazz. What I know is that it does do, I still have cellulite, so apparently that's not working, but I'll keep working on that. But yeah, it improves your immune system. It helps relieve stress, gets rid of toxins in your body. Anytime you sweat, it does. What we noticed too, and some feedback I've had from people who haven't been in the infrared before, which is super cool, especially one guy who's like a beast of an athlete. He's like, oh, my sweat smells so weird in here. I said, well, give it a couple weeks. Let's see what happens. So then I asked him, he goes, now it doesn't smell at all.
Interesting.
So I want to assume that some kind of pH or alkaline balanced in his body to where now it's a more natural sweat that he has, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I love it. It's amazing. And so we do yoga and fitness in the infrared.
Yeah, but you've been in the Kamloops fitness community for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
What other sports do you do, and where do people might see you in the community in Kamloops?
Well, I do run a lot of that. A fair amount. And like you, I do the Dirty Feet Trail Series. I love the trails. They're my fave. And I am a bit of a pavement bunny too. I do that, and I do some volunteer work with Joe Barry's Run Club, and I love that. It's absolutely amazing. I learn more from those people than they learn from me, I'm sure. Super fun to get out there and realize for some people it's not that easy to run, and for those of us that take it for granted, it's a really good reminder how lucky we are to still be able to move. And yeah, I do a lot of running. I do a lot of try to do a lot of events and community stuff. And with Peyton, when she did her ugly sweater run, we were up there and involved. We were involved with the Kamloops Marathon. We've done as much as we can.
Oh, yeah, I saw you there.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
You're handing out water with your t-shirt, same t-shirt you have on right now.
Yeah, and we were high-fiving people as they went by, and they said we were a very enthusiastic tent. So we were at a very good spot, because we were at the 26, I think we were at the 26 mile at 26K. So we were a good place for people to get a little pump up from us. So it was fun. Yeah, it's been great.
Are you a first-time entrepreneur?
Yes, I owned a catering company years ago, but it's very different. This is very different.
So you're like a reborn entrepreneur in a way.
I am, because it's been well over 25 years since I owned my catering company, and I've always been in service. So service is where my heart is. So this is a different type of service, because I need to sell memberships. I need to sell. It's very different from, hey, I've got 6 weddings this summer. I can plan my whole year around that, or whatever, right? This is very different. This is day-to-day sales. And then you have to be respectful of the numbers and how many people are you going to allow in, too. It's only 700 square feet. We max out at about 28 people a class. And we do have wait lists, so you want to be careful.
Wait lists?
Yeah, we have wait lists.
So you've been open for 6 months, you have wait lists.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But it's great because, like tonight's class, for example, 6:30, it's cross-training with Sandra. She's a beast. She's just amazing. She's an ex-enduro mountain biker, legs like tree trunks, puts on a wicked class, all mobility training and cross-training. So, and we have people who are ultra-athletes on one side to senior citizens on the other who have never moved before, and everyone in between. And she's so brilliant. She'll explain saying things like, yeah, you're going to hold 2 grocery bags. That's how you hold this weighted bar. Or you're going to pick up that weight and you're going to put it on a shelf like a box. And people don't think about it that way. So she's brilliant at doing that. But that class is wait listed 4 times a week.
But yeah, and then I guess you have the compounded thing of your instructors are contractors of sorts, right?
Exactly.
They have their own individual practices, and it's kind of like the yoga industry is very interesting to me, and how it operates, right? And how it's like just like they float between all the studios.
Absolutely.
And there's no, like, there really is that sense of it's community over competition, and you can see it in practice, which 100%. Is very interesting.
And I love it because I think with Kamloops, let's say, what do we have? 100,000 people, give or take some change?
It's under right now, I think.
Is it just under?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you look at, yes, we do have, Kamloops Hot Yoga is where I actually started. Love the building. Love Trina and Dwight. No Limits Fitness. I've been to their hot yoga. Amazing.
I've been to both as well.
Yeah, me too. And Lorraine actually was at No Limits, and that's where I originally met her. And
she's a beast.
She's incredible. I mean, she definitely blows the whole aging thing out of the water as well.
I did one of her cross-training classes. Oh, my gosh.
I know. She's so hard.
She's so little.
I know. And she's all energy, all smiles, all the time. And she brings her A game every time. And then we have people like Jen Sherman, she has Yoga for Life, and she does yoga throughout the city. And I asked her last week, I said, are you interested in doing the post Mummy and Me yoga? And she says, oh my gosh, yes. She gets goosebumps. She's so excited. Then she takes the time to sit down, knuckle down, and does the 85-hour training in a week so that we can start offering it to our Kamloops moms and babies. Starts this Thursday for $5 a class. I mean, that's a steal.
That's insane.
It's a steal. So we just want people to be able to come and play and experience our space, tell their friends. It's all about community for me.
Yeah, and you were driving all the way from West Side before you became the owner of this place.
Yeah, I loved it.
And so you're drawing people from all over.
Yeah.
But you're definitely seeing probably that lower mainland influence. Like, almost like, how are you seeing Kamloops change in front of your eyes with your studio?
I think what we're seeing, and I can say for me coming in that for me it was all about community. If I could fill the bank account with kindness, I would. And if I won the lottery, I'd probably still keep it open and offer it for free. But I think the community feel in here is very unique to how it was before. And it's a standalone apparently for people who have come from the coast and come to this Oxygen, that we have that feeling that most Oxygens don't have. We have that small town feel. We know your name. We know it's your birthday. We know your grandbaby was just born or whatever it is. So I think that we are more personal here. Yeah. And I think that Kamloops is realizing that they can be part of group fitness and yoga in one building and create a really well-rounded life. Because it's what most people are missing in their lives, whether they're into fitness or yoga, is one or the other.
Yeah.
Or the community.
Yeah, and then I see, like, you got the float center prominent, cards on your thing.
She's amazing. Have you ever floated?
I have.
Oh, so good.
I like, it was like a 90-minute float.
Yeah.
75, and I had to go pee so bad. It was horrible. It was horrible.
That happens.
But I fell asleep. I definitely fell asleep.
Yeah, me too. And I talked to her about that too. I said, well, can't you do a 60-minute float? She said, well, no, we do a 60-minute float because it usually takes people 30 minutes to settle into the idea, and you'd think you're going to get claustrophobic and stuff like that. And same with Health Fair. They're one of our other, we want to work with people like that as well, like my friend Gina, who's the chef there, and the food is ridiculous. It's all made one ingredient foods, all about the wellness package, all encompassing stuff, right? But like I said, I keep going back to the community thing and the feel because it really matters. I think you can feel it when you walk in this building, and you have to experience it. It's hard to sell if you haven't experienced it. You got to experience it, and then you're like, oh yeah, there it is.
That's if you get on the wait list.
Exactly. And there's only about 2 classes a day that are waitlisted. It's usually the 5 and the 6:30, so we do okay. But we've had a coach from one of the Wolfpack coaches, I won't name his name right now, but really excited. We've been in some talks about getting his boys up here to kick their asses and get them in gear and see what happens. So I'm really looking forward to having them in. We had St. Anne's baseball team come up, and they did a class with us. Started out thinking, oh, this is going to be easy, and came out halfway through looking for water. So it was pretty fun. Yeah, and we're moving forward with all different kinds of workshops and everything we can come up with to try and let the community know we're here and we're here to stay. Yeah,
it's really cool that you say you're working with sports teams a lot. Because I actually, coming from TRU's tourism class, remember having a conversation with an instructor being like, yeah, we need to get a training facility in Kamloops that has like what they have at Sparkling
that Sparkling Hill
or whatever, where they have that hot cold thing, which you kind of get almost the same experience. It's just pieced around Kamloops, right? Yes. And to work with sports teams, with you, and then go up for a float, and then go, right? Like,
absolutely,
you can make a huge impact. So we have the training facilities.
Totally. Agreed. And I'm really impressed with small businesses like K-Spin and Bar and Evolve Pilates Studio. Those 3 companies alone have been huge supporters of mine. They have bought memberships with me. We have talked about like cross-marketing, and I am blown away by that small town love, because that to me means everything. So we cross market with K-Spin. We gave away some passes. They're cross marketing with us. We've done special memberships for them so they can share it with their staff, so we can do team building together at each other's studios and really spread the love, because there's no reason that we can't. We're all very different what we offer, and the feel is different at every building. You're right. So
it's a tourism experience in itself, right?
Absolutely.
I mix tourism with entertainment with fitness with like all of it, right?
Totally.
It's all one and the same.
Absolutely.
When you're feeling good.
Yeah. And a real estate agent in town, Amanda Mitchell, she's amazing. She's one of our huge advocates. She absolutely loves it here. She did a customer appreciation day here on Saturday.
That's
what
hilarious.
What a great idea.
And interesting. Like,
right?
Who would think of that?
Right? And she had goodie bags, and there was water bottles in there. She went to Something Sweet Treats, the protein donut place.
Oh, yeah.
And she gave everybody a donut when they left. They did one of Lorraine's classes, got their butts handed to them, and had a really good time. And for me, how great that I could touch 20 people that I'd never touched before by somebody who really believes in me too, and I believe in her. What a great touch. There's no one else doing that.
Deeper way to leave something than like a basket with like
100%.
Winners towels.
100%.
I'm sorry, I don't have those anymore.
Right? I know, exactly. And I thought, what a great thing to do. It made this team building. It connected people that wouldn't have known each other. New people coming to the city. What do we have to offer? And it is true that Oxygen is sort of seen in more metropolitan towns. I mean, there's 70 across Canada now, even though they're all independently owned. So we can put our own niche on it, which is really nice. And here, we're the only one in Kamloops. I have the market for Kamloops only. We signed a contract that we will only be the only owners of Kamloops. The closest one now is Kelowna.
Okay.
So, but they're all the way into, where is Nova Scotia now?
Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Really Canadian.
Yeah, totally. And the woman who started it, Jen Hamilton, she's got a great story. She was a single mom of 3 kids. Went into a gym one day that had these panels. I'm like, why aren't you guys rocking this? Like, what's going on here? Bought the gym and then expanded it and said, let's franchise this. Cool. And then she started selling her franchises, and she's done really well for herself. Businesswoman of the Year.
Yeah, I met her the last time we had a little chat.
Yeah, she's very interesting. Yeah,
she's very interesting.
She's very interesting, and she is driven. Oh, yeah, very.
Well, you have to be.
You do. And like I say, for me, it's different when I get out into the community and I try to sell Oxygen. I just want to live by example, and people will be like, "What are you doing?" This is what I do, right? Because this is, for me, my biggest thing is to slow down. I'm always go, go, go. So for me, the yoga is the biggest struggle, even though I now own a yoga studio. But I'm so fitness-based. Yoga for me is what I need the most. And I think a lot of us runners do.
Yeah, I don't count myself as a runner anymore now.
No? Oh, come on.
I was inspired to run 3 days ago for the first time in months. Months and months. Wow. Maybe a year.
Yeah.
New year.
You were one of 2 people that showed up on my 50th birthday and ran a lap with me, so I am forever in your debt.
hey, and we got that photo. It all works out.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right?
Yeah, it counted.
Yeah, it counted. I got the photo. It's proof.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
Yeah.
And this year I'm hoping to, gear up. I'd love to get into 75 or 100K. We'll see what happens.
Well, they got the beat the
beat
timer.
the buzzer.
Beat the buzzer.
Oh, with dirty feet.
I
can't wait.
I'm trying to smoke less weed.
Yeah, there you go.
So
there's the truth of it.
So I got to start running again.
Yes, you do, and that will promote you to just give that up.
I mix the two way too much for a long time.
Right? Yeah.
Right. So now it is what it is.
Yeah,
right?
I hear you. It's so funny. But Beat the Buzzer is a blast. And Phil and Grace have done such a great job with the running community here in town for the trail series. I've done their entire series last year. The only one I missed was Kelowna.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's a lot of events.
It was. And I tried to do the 21s or more in each. It was a doozy, but holy, Revelstoke was beautiful. That was the first time I'd done that. Hands down, of all the races I've done in my lifetime of 30 years of running, and I've done the Berlin Marathon, Beat the Buzzer was my favorite run I've ever done.
Yeah, and Jay got that awesome drone shot video.
Yes.
And
so amazing.
I think it's unique for all BC, right?
Absolutely.
This coming year.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to draw in the people who are going to get the 100K.
Absolutely.
If it doesn't, I'll be shocked.
Did you hear the guy who did it, though? What did he do? So it was 17 laps, pitch black. I think his last lap. And you got to think this is treacherous, too. This isn't this is trail running. This is
where was it again?
Up at Stake Lake. Yeah, and it's not in the uphill part. It's just crazy. I can't imagine doing it in the dark. And, I think his last lap was 32 minutes or something. I'm like, good grief. In the pitch black, and it was his 17th lap. I'm like, oh my, I bow, But then for someone like me to be able to rub elbows with the elite runners like Ian McKinley's and, Keith Viget and Andrew Williams and those guys, and Francois Ray, those guys are just beasts,
They're
right?
beasts. They're total beasts.
Oh.
But that's Canvas elite too, right?
Too. That's true.
Like,
yeah,
we could see the Vancouver BC elite come for this event because it's so unique and different, and the Dirty Feet have such an awesome brand and name and reputation.
Absolutely. Well, and they traveled. It's interesting you say that because someone will come out of nowhere and be like, who's this guy that just blew us out of the water, right? Like, let's say there's some beasts in the world, that's for sure. I know Phil and Grace had traveled and won in their divisions quite handedly, and people are like, who are these people? Like, this is our event, this is our little local event. But that's the thing, is sometimes it's good for people that are used to being at the top.
You gotta knock that ego down.
You do, just a little bit. I think it's great. So for me though, it was really cool because when I was doing my last lap, even at the Beat the Buzzer, I knew I wasn't going to make the 7th. I wasn't going to make it. I wanted to get 10 because I'd done the 50, as you know, and I wanted to get 60, and I just couldn't. I tweaked something. I'm like, nah, is it worth it? Nah, whatever. So just walk it off. Probably just seized up, right? Just tired. And I could hear Grace, Dina, are you coming? And then I hear everybody cheering, come on, Dina, you got 5 minutes. And I'm on the back hill of this thing. I'm like, I'm not making it. But it was really cool to hear them cheering my name, instead of me cheering theirs, because they're so amazing, these runners. So it was a really great way for people who don't run fast but can do a lot in a long time to feel really good about it.
So the concept for those listening in
Yes.
is there's like a 5 to 7 kilometer loop.
Yep.
And you have to complete the loop before the buzzer goes. If you don't, you're out.
Yep.
And then you have 15 minutes, to rest?
Well, it depends. Like my first lap I did it in 38 minutes. So I had 22 minutes to stand there.
Oh, so it's an hour.
So you timed it. Yeah, you had an hour no matter what. So that was the thing you had to really think about. And I changed my shirt every time because I had a different Dirty Feet shirt to wear. And then I don't promote this, but I started drinking beer about 3 or 4 laps in. So I'm like, I'll chug a beer and then see if that helps me keep going. It didn't work. But, I
don't understand that in the running community. Where they're just like, this depressant, this cancer in a bottle is going to help me.
I know.
Keep going.
And it was that weird Rattler, that Bud Light lemonade. It was like 2%. So I was like shotgunning those. I'm like, let's see how that was really refreshing.
Upset your stomach.
I know, it really was.
I never understood.
Such a bad idea. It was a really bad idea. But it is. And then, so if you did well, and then I was trying to time it so I'd be, okay, I want to be 50 minutes. So I had 10 minutes. I could go to the bathroom, have something to eat really quick, change my shirt, and then be ready to go again, not too cooled down, no seizing up. But I couldn't time it right. I was either 22 minutes waiting, 5 minutes waiting, and then I was racing. But then you finally got into a rhythm for the last 4 laps. I actually got into a decent rhythm where I was about 52 minutes.
Awesome.
Knew where I should walk and where I shouldn't. Was splashing through puddles like a child. It was great. I cannot wait to do it again. Like I say, of all the races I've done in my life, and too many to count from the days of not keeping track of that crap, hands down my favorite. Yeah.
You make me
feel
you
bad.
Gotta
want to do it. You gotta do it, man. Give up the weed. Just
I'm less.
Doing less. Okay, do less. Just don't smoke it. Don't put it all in your lungs.
I'm just trying to do like mornings and evenings.
Oh, there you go. No tea time. That's so funny.
That's a big improvement there.
And I think they consider it a performance enhancing drug?
Oh, it totally
is.
It absolutely is.
Unless you're like me, cracking beer along the way or eating donuts,
Absolutely. I couldn't get through the day without weed sometimes. It's totally performance enhancing.
Yeah. So they say that you can, if in the long run you really do well, you probably wouldn't be able to win. They wouldn't let you win.
Oh, I wouldn't care about that, actually. Because, I'm the guy who literally does something to prove I can do it, right? With, a little walk in the park and barely drag myself across the line, dead last.
But you did it.
I did it.
You did it.
And then I just didn't do anything for a long time.
Well, you're like, there's a lady in town, Misty Palm, I think is her name. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She's amazing.
She's insane.
She does either 5Ks or 50s, nothing in between. I'm like, what are you doing? She has beautiful tattoos. She's an amazing runner.
Beautiful tattoos. Scenic photos on Instagram of her in the mountains where they're just like,
I know,
badass,
right? Totally
tattooed chick. Yeah, she blows by me because I just burn out.
Yeah. And Allie too's another one. She's a triathlete. I mean, there's so many amazing athletes in this town, that inspire me on a regular basis. But I would say for sure for me, where I have gained more from the group, we call them the Yaya sisters, that were with Joe Barry's run club, and we were running one day, and their pace is their pace, but they could do it forever. So I wrote an article called Forever Pace because, like, does that one race matter that much? No, I just want to keep moving as I age.
Well, it's like that Scottish farmer or whatever who ran in the gumboots and just since he didn't stop, he won.
Totally. Yeah.
Right?
Right. You never give up. You just keep moving. And sure, the pace, it's the hare and the rabbit thing, or a hare and the turtle, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was so moved by that because the athletes who have it in them and do it all the time, even the people who work out and CrossFitters who are just beast modes, the people who struggle, the struggle for me is super inspiring. And that's the thing that keeps me going, and it rekindles my inspiration every day seeing people in here, like a woman who held a plank for the first time in her life at 60 years old. Like, come on. Like, that totally inspires me.
I love this feeling of struggle, but sometimes it's too much.
Sometimes it can be.
It's like I'm in love with the grind, the hustle, the digging yourself out of a hole situation. Yeah. Right? Yeah. My wife says I'm bad with money. No, I'm just good at digging myself out of a hole.
More practice at that.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
But it's like running, it's fun. You feel like shit at one point.
Oh yeah.
And that's when the game starts.
Totally. No, it takes me a good hour and 15 minutes to really go, oh, there it is. Yay, this is why I do this. And then you're having the time of your life. It's like a roller coaster. Sometimes your hands are in the air and you're like, woo, and other times you're grabbing the puke bag, It's just it's life, man. It's crazy. But I find cross training and fitness like that too. When I'm in a group fitness class, like Deb Collins, she teaches our Fast and Furious in here at times, and my gosh, it's just Tabatas for a straight hour. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. I mean, you go as hard as you can and you just go, go, go. But it's so empowering when you're done. And Heather, she's a dance instructor. She owns her own dance studio here called Kamloops Performance Academy on the North Shore. Amazing. I mean, the girl teaches 6 classes a week for me and then goes on and teaches her own dance students. And that's a super empowering and inspiring thing to watch. She brought her girls up here one day. They did a dance practice here and then a stretch. All different shapes and sizes, aged 12 to 18. And they were all the same fitness level, all supporting each other. I'm like, that's how it should be. Yeah. And I was so moved by that as well.
It's a very exciting time for anyone in the entertainment, performing arts and culture center right now in Kamloops, right? I'm gonna.
What do you think of that? I'm curious.
The whole referendum thing, I don't really understand when people say no, pushing it through. Yeah. But that's also politicians.
Right. Yeah, true.
I'm happy that my daughter will have something of that because I come from a very arts-driven, a very strong library system. Yeah. Because I think libraries should be the hub of everything cultural and art-based. Yep. And I think Kamloops has many pockets.
Agreed.
But no central location.
Agreed. I think it's what we're missing as well. I know for me growing up, I mean, I'm from the coast and, you spend so much time in Vancouver where you can even just pop into a little jazz pub one afternoon and be like, oh my gosh, there's a woman playing a stand-up bass in the corner. You don't experience that here. Like even our music culture is lacking. Yeah. And I do, for my daughter, we traveled a lot so that she can experience that. But I know for an artsy kid like her, it'll rock her world, literally, right?
But then the opportunity for a kid like her, though, too, is the internet because her art is so niche.
Yes, very.
It's very niche. Yeah. Which, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And but that art also finds its appreciative community who end up buying it, supporting it, whatever be, right? So it's just figuring out how does Kamloops help someone like her and vice versa.
Exactly.
Which I have my own other thoughts on.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I know. And when I think of even her future, as far as it goes, for her, it's, concept art and game design and movies and things like that. And she'll get there. She's only 18, that's for sure. Oh. We've got lots of time.
You got Mastermind bringing in Hollywood and getting that that money here into the TNRD. So it's a great place for her. And, and it's still affordable and it's her home.
Oh, totally. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with Kamloops. It offers the best of both worlds. We just need notion.
Is Deja from Kamloops originally?
Yeah, born and raised. Yeah, I've been here 20 years now. She was born 2 years after I moved here, so yeah. I've been here 21 years almost, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it's good though. It's working, and I mean, I love the town, and I love everything it offers as far as outdoors go, and I love the people, and it's been home for me. It's been really good for me. Yeah,
it's a good. There's a lot of interesting, it's become this interesting hotspot, though, too, for Canada.
Totally.
Like, you have the government weed store, you had Trudeau,
right?
right? You have, interesting Canadian acts
Yeah.
do come through here,
Yeah.
right? Maybe not as many as we'd want.
Right.
But it is an interesting spot that all of a sudden, just like in this last year, just like it got turned on.
Yeah, totally. I agree. And look at the market. I mean, when we first moved here, Deja was going to a small school, and then they closed a bunch of schools in West Side. And now look at Bachelor Heights is on fire. Like it's no, I
Not
didn't say
anymore.
that out loud. God, that's terrible. I so take that back. Holy, the worst thing to say. Oh my gosh, in BC and Kamloops alone. Good grief, I take that back. But yeah, it is growing really immensely and really fast. It's growing like a giant tree. Yeah, on steroids. But yeah, and we're going to need those schools back. You know, we're going to need all that back. We need teachers. We need all the trades. We need everything. And then we look at a dry winter like this, and everyone's, if you're not a skier, you're like, oh, this is so great. What's going to happen this summer? There's the snow. I don't know. It's crazy. It's a different town, that's for sure. But it's growing like crazy. And all of the new buildings up here behind us, it's crazy.
Yeah, we'll soon have like an upper Aberdeen, which
Absolutely.
is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I have friends who are building when I first moved here, there was nothing in Westside. It was all just the open grasslands. Everything's completely built over now. You know, behind Westside High School, we've got stuff on Bank Road that was never there before. It used to just be all wildflowers. So the growth is there, and we continue to grow and build. And I just want to keep our small town nice feel.
Yeah.
It's really important.
Well, I think it is,
Yeah.
right? Like everyone always wants to, compare us to the other K-town.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? But we don't have the same egos.
Yeah, we got a different vibe for sure.
Right?
Yeah. I
Like-
graduated from Kelowna, and I lived in Kelowna on and off for years, and it's definitely a very different feel here. We're more blue collar. We're more laid back. We show up in our pajamas. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You rub shoulders at
Yeah,
the cafe
totally.
with the mayor and with
Totally.
other people, and other people just don't recognize
Exactly.
that they're there, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't think you get in Kelowna.
No, I would agree. I would agree for sure. And it's just a different world for sure. And I love Kamloops, and it's, like I say, it's become my home. So, and here comes one of our members. Is that you, Michelle? Hi.
Someone's just popping out of the
Yeah, hot
infrared.
chill.
Hot chill.
Which we offer from Monday to Friday from 1:30 to 3:30. You can come in and just hang out in the infrared and have a snooze.
Oh,
It's great.
That sounds great.
Did you stretch a lot? Atta girl.
Actually, Kayla's mom, Lori's birthday today.
Yeah.
Right? And she's been...
Happy birthday, Lori.
Kayla's been trying to convince Lori to go do like a
Yeah.
hot yoga class
Yeah.
or whatever it be, right? Just for
She'd love this.
the stress of,
Yeah.
selling.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? The infrared is crazy what it does for you. It's very different than traditional hot, and I like it as well. But I'm not pain free in just the heat. It's the infrared that helps me be pain free.
I should
And,
probably
yeah.
go start running and get myself into some pain before I use your services.
Yes, you should. I agree. We're doing a podcast, just so you know. You come say hi.
Yeah, there's no cameras. It's
There's
just
no cameras.
just
yeah,
audio.
talk.
But
Yeah.
anything else we haven't talked about that you want to just chat about?
I don't think so.
Cool.
I mentioned the baby thing that's coming up and the workshops and just
Where can people find more information?
Well, you can find us.
Plug.
Yeah, plug, right? Yeah. Oxygen Kamloops Aberdeen is our Instagram. You can find us on Facebook at the same name. You can find our schedule online, but you're better off to just come in and see me, and I'll give you a free week.
Ooh,
A free week, unlimited classes. We've got 40 classes a week, half fitness, half yoga.
Awesome.
So you've got the best of both worlds in here.
Yeah, you guys got a crazy app you showed me, and it's
Yeah.
all super
It's awesome.
digital, crazy.
It is.
Kamloops isn't even ready for it.
No, it's just crazy. And we do have shower service too. A lot of places don't do that, but we have towel service. And from 8 to 8, Monday to Friday, we do have somebody at the front desk. So if you ever need to go from here to work, we are at your service.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome. Well,
Yes.
thanks again
Thank you.
for chatting with me, Dina.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for listening on in. If you're new, consider subscribing, maybe leaving an iTunes review. I do have a Patreon, but hey, it covers my my hosting, and I'm mostly covered already, so
Yeah,
I don't
there you
really
go.
give a fuck anymore. Anyways, thank you for listening in, and have a wonderful day. Cheers.